Your fitness level. This is something that I have to figure out on day one with every client so that I can put together the best plan for each person so that they can get the best out of their workout without hurting themselves. And all of us should do some type of eval before we get started in all this. You hear it all the time. Consult with your doctor before starting an exercise routine. And you should do that because you need to know where you are fitness-wise before you try to jump in and do all this stuff in here at the gym. And we're going to find out what that level is. Now, I use 7 exercises to figure this out. Push-ups, squats, sit-ups, planks, step-up, core standing, and a walk-run on the treadmill. Your ability to do these 7 exercises are all I need to know to put together your fitness profile. It lets me know your strength, your endurance, everything I need to know to get you going on your fitness journey. And we're going to do those today. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to go ahead and get started.
So first off, the walk run is not as bad as it seems. We're doing this so I can get information on your fatigue level, not your fitness level. I need to see what your body does when you get fatigued. And the fastest way to get you fatigued is to have you run or jog a little bit. So we do about 2 minutes with a nice steady walk. Once you're ready, we crank that up to a nice steady jog. And then from when you can't jog anymore, or when I feel that you can't or you shouldn't be jogging anymore, we crank it back down. And what I'm looking for is how your body responds to fatigue. Do you start to drag your feet? Are you starting to hunch over a little bit more because your core is not working as well? I need to know these signs so that when I see them while we're working out, I know that, okay, you're at that point, we need to go ahead and calm down and back off a little bit. Or, yeah, we can push a little bit more. Maybe 10 wasn't the number we should have stopped at. Maybe we could have gone to 15 because I know what your fatigue looks like. I can better determine when we should or when we shouldn't be doing an exercise. Next up, we have everybody's favorite push-ups. This is a perfect test of upper body strength and core endurance. So we're gonna do as many push-ups as you can in 30 seconds. If you need to drop your knees down and do modified, knees down and do modified. And if you can't do it for the entire 30 seconds, stop when you have to stop. With squats, we're testing lower body strength and stability. We're gonna do as many squats as you can in a minute. You wanna make sure you pull your toes up off the floor. Try to balance as best you can through the middle of your foot. Get your butt back and down. And if you need to, you can reach your arms out for balance. If not, you can cross your arms over your chest, but you just want to do as many as you can in a minute. If you can't go down as far, that's fine. Go where you can control and do as many as you can. So yes, when done wrong, sit-ups are one of the worst exercises you can do to your neck and your back. But when they're done correctly, they're one of the best exercises for your core. So you want to make sure you're taking your chest and your head up towards the ceiling and not to the wall in front of you. And again, we're going for as many as you can in a minute. Now, unlike sit-ups where we're trying to see how many times you can repetitiously work your core muscles, planks we're trying to see how long you can statically hold your core. You want to keep your elbows under your shoulders and hold as long as you can. When you can't hold the plank position anymore, let your knees drop down, hold as long as you can, modified with your knees on the floor. And when you can't hold anymore there, you're done. Now, these next 2 tests are true tests of your endurance. The first one is a step up. All we're doing is stepping up and stepping down on a 6 to 8 inch step for a minute. Now here we're testing your active conditioning. How well you breathe while you're being active. But in this last exercise, we're testing your isometric endurance, your ability to stand still and hold your muscles engaged. So you want to keep your core tight, go into a slight mini squat, pull your toes off the floor, and we're gonna hold your arms up like you're holding a bale of hay. And we're just gonna hold this as long as you possibly can. Now, at first glance, this doesn't look like much, but give it about 30 seconds and you'll know exactly why this is one of my favorite exercises.
Not so bad, right? Just enough to get your heart rate going. Or did it do more? That is exactly what I do these tests just to find out, because your fitness, it isn't about these exercises themselves, because I explained each of the exercises and what they measured while I was doing them. And not once did I say anything about how it measured your fitness, because each of those exercises themselves, none of them truly measure your fitness. They either measure your strength or your endurance. That's really it. But collectively as a whole, they measure your fitness. And that is because your fitness is not a measure of strength or endurance, but it's a measure of how fast you can recover from strenuous exercise. It's not about how strong you are, how fast you are. Those are nice components to go into your fitness, But the true measure of your fitness is how fast you can recover, bring your heart rate back down to homeostasis or your resting heart rate after exercise. That's the measure of your fitness, how well your heart works. Can it ramp up to 80% of its max and then cool itself back down to its normal resting rate within a minute? That's what your fitness is. If after doing this test, you find yourself grasping at your chest, gasping for air, trying to find your breath, that is where we measure your fitness at. Or you flew through this, that wasn't anything, barely got your heart rate going. That is a measure of your fitness because your heart is well. Your heart is fit. And that's what you need to know when you step into exercise. How strong is your heart? How fit is your heart? And knowing that allows me to tailor these workouts to be specific for each person, knowing, okay, I know how strong you are and how much endurance you have from the exercises that we did, but I also know how fit you are to recover from them and how I need to plan these accordingly to best benefit you so that you can maximize your strength, your endurance, and your fitness so that you can get the most out of these workouts and get to your fitness goals as soon as possible. Let me know how you guys did in the comment section below. Let me know about your push-up numbers, your sit-up numbers, how long you're able to hold that plank, and then what do you guys think about your fitness now that you know what your fitness actually is, your ability to recover? How fit do you think you are? Let me know that in the comment section below as well. Like and share the video. Make sure notifications are turned on because in the next video, we are talking about big, bad squats. You love them, you hate them, and we're gonna see just how many of you are doing them right in the next video. All right, be fit, be functional, be blessed. Peace.